everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Nikki and I'm so glad you've come to join me today. If you are already subscribed, welcome back. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see and hear today, I hope you'll consider hitting that red subscribe button down below and joining me in my YouTube community. On my channel, I discuss Disney content like today, home fragrance, and shopping hauls, along with the other fun topics, so I hope that you'll stick around. So let me get my ears on today to channel the Disney magic. So a little background on me. I am a huge Disney fan. Being on the West Coast, Disneyland was my home park. I started visiting the parks back in the mid-1980s when I was born, and I have been going pretty much once a year to twice a year ever since. I'm now in my mid-30s and I am a Disney Vacation Club owner, and I own over at Disney's Grand Californian at the Disneyland Resort. So usually I visit the parks with my two daughters, ages 7 and 3.5, and my husband. But about 4 years ago, I decided that I was going to start trying to go to Disneyland by myself. When I go to Disneyland, I usually decide to stay for about 3 nights, and I usually do stay in a deluxe studio over at the Grand California. So just a little story about how I started going to Disneyland by myself. It had been 3.5 years since I had had just 24 hours without kids, without obligations, and I just really needed to get away, and I really just needed a break for myself. So I decided to go to Disneyland. I had the most magical time. I came back a better mom, and I decided to go every year ever since. Now I can tell you, when people hear that I go by myself and that I leave my kids and my husband at home, people think I'm either 1, weird, or they think 2, I'm a mean mom. But I can tell you, I have the most magical time every time I go, and I'm a great mom, so they can think what they want. Unfortunately, due to recent events this year, I did have to cancel my April 30th solo trip, but I know I'm going to get it rescheduled and I can't wait to get back there. But in the meantime, I wanted to share with others that might be considering going to Disneyland by themselves why you should and why you shouldn't feel bad about it. So let's get to it. So reason number 1 that you should go to Disneyland by yourself is the single rider lines. So single rider lines are usually lines to the side of the main entrance to an attraction. You will ride usually an attraction by yourself with other people in the car. So it's usually when the cast members are trying to fill up a car and there's an extra space, they will pull from the single rider line. When you're riding the attraction, you will be riding with people you don't know, but that's okay because a lot of the times I have the best chats with people that I ride with. So the main reason why you want to ride the single rider lines is to save the amount of time that you'd be waiting in the regular standby queue. You also don't have to waste time getting a max pass or a fast pass to the ride. I've never had to stay longer than 10 minutes in line to ride an attraction when I do ride single rider. Most of the single rider lines are e-ticket attractions. For Disneyland Park, there's Space Mountain, Star Tours, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, Matterhorn, Indiana Jones, and my all-time favorite ride, Splash Mountain. Over at Disney's California Adventure, we have Goofy's Sky School, the Incredicoaster, Soarin' Around the World, the Grizzly River Run, and Radiator Springs Racers. If you're unable to find the single rider line, all you have to do is go visit a cast member that's in the regular standby queue, and they'll be happy to direct you to where that location is. Reason number 2 that you should visit Disneyland by yourself is less time getting ready, which means more time in the parks. So for me, I usually bring my kids and my husband. My husband can usually get ready himself, but a lot of the times the kids rely on me to get them ready to go. Not only do I have to get myself ready, but I also have to get 2 little kids and their needs ready. When I go by myself, all I have to do is I need to get up and I only need to get myself ready. So it's really saving about 50% of the time getting out of the door, which means I can also sleep in a little bit, so that way I'm even more rested and refreshed for the parks. And if you don't have kids or you don't have a significant other and you're going with friends, a lot of the times you do have to wait on them to get ready as well, or they'll be waiting on you. It really gets the pressure off of you when you only have to worry about yourself leaving. So number 3, and this might be my favorite reason to go to Disneyland by yourself, doing what you want to do without worrying about what someone else is going to say or think. I like to also call this my Disney self-care. A lot of the times when you're going with other people, kids, your spouse, friends, you have to think about what they want to do before you make a plan. So for example, if it's time to eat, you have to worry about what someone else is. Are they going to like the cuisine? Or if you want to go on a thrill ride, is everyone in your party going to want to do that? And if not, is someone going to be waiting with them? Also, if you have small children, are they tall enough to go on a certain ride? Are they going to be scared of some of the dark rides? This time, it's all about what you want to do. You can do it when you want, however you want. All right, number 4 of reasons why you should go to Disneyland solo is the drinks and food. So you might be thinking, Nikki, I can have drinks and food anytime I want to. And you're right, you can. When you're by yourself, it's a whole different type of experience. A lot of the time when you're a solo traveler, you don't have to wait as long to get into those restaurants that either you need a 60-day advanced dining reservation or getting into the exclusive places like the Carthay Circle Lounge. Now, a lot of the times as a solo traveler, I can easily eat at the bar of a location, or it's a lot easier for them to sit me because I'm a solo traveler either at the bar or at a smaller table. And also because I'm by myself, I don't mind putting in my name and maybe waiting an hour, hour and a half to be seated and doing something else during that time. And the drinks are amazing. I'm a mom, so a lot of the times I'm not able to enjoy the libations that I normally would when they're not with me. One of my favorite things to do is to get a really refreshing cocktail over at Lamplight Lounge with some small bites and just looking at the sights and sounds of Pixar Pier. It's really relaxing and something that I'm not really able to do when I'm with somebody else. I'm also able to try food that I normally wouldn't be able to do when I'm with others. I really like to explore other cuisines, and sometimes I like really upscale dining, and I'm able to do that with a lot more flexibility and freedom when I'm by myself. And let's be honest, isn't food like 50% of why Disney is so awesome? I'm actually hoping to do some videos in the future of my favorite drinks and some of my favorite dining locations over at the Disneyland Resort, either with your family, with your friends, or by yourself. And the number 5 reason why you should go to Disneyland by yourself. Are you ready for this? You can save a lot of money. When you're going by yourself, you only have to budget for one. When I'm by myself, I only have to worry about one plane ticket down to Disneyland. I don't have to worry about renting a car. I can just easily take an Uber or Lyft to the parks. I'm buying food for one, and I'm able to use that money that I save on other things, like this last trip that I did last year. The money that I saved from just bringing myself, I was able to spend on a tour that I've always wanted to do, which is walk in Walt's footsteps. And it was such a great experience that I probably wouldn't have been able to do if I had to pay for 4 people. This also goes back to what I was telling you before, doing things that you want to do that you're not able to do normally. Because I probably wouldn't be able to bring my 7.5 and 4-year-old to walk in Walt's footsteps because it was a lot of walking, a lot of just listening and educational stuff that they probably would have lost interest after about a half an hour. And who doesn't want to save money? You might actually have a little bit of extra money when you get home to plan to take you and your family or friends on your next trip. And those are my top 5 reasons why I visit Disneyland by myself. If you visit Disneyland by yourself or you have thought about it, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. If you have any questions about it, I'd also like to hear from you. If you like what you saw today, I hope that you will give this video the big thumbs up. And also, again, if you haven't already subscribed, I hope that you will consider doing so by clicking that red button down below. If you have any tips on what makes your Disneyland trip solo so special, I hope you'll leave those comments down below. And I really appreciate you joining me today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.